Welcome to A Course in Miracles in Practice.
Today we're embarking on a really insightful exploration of Lesson 252.
We'd love for you to share with us how this specific lesson lands for you in your day-to-day life. Your thoughts really do add so much.
Absolutely. And you can always find us on social media. We're at the World Harmony Project.
Or if you have, more specific questions or want to share something about your journey with this lesson, feel free to email us, acim@theworldharmonyproject.org. We genuinely enjoy hearing from you.
Okay, so Lesson 252. It feels like quite a significant moment within the Course, doesn't it? A real pivotal point in how we understand identity. Let's set the stage for our conversation by reading the lesson itself. We'll take it slowly, let the words sink in. I'll start with the first paragraph. Lesson 252. The Son of God is my identity. Myself is holy beyond all the thoughts of holiness of which I now conceive. Its shimmering and perfect purity is far more brilliant than is any light that I have ever looked upon. Its love is limitless, with an intensity that holds all things within it, in the calm of quiet certainty. Its strength comes not from burning impulses which move the world, but from the boundless love of God himself. How far beyond this world myself must be, and yet how near to me and close to God.
Father, you know my true identity. Reveal it now to me who am your son, that I may awaken to the truth in you and know that heaven is restored to me.
Wow. That really does land differently. After all those lessons affirming identity, strong statements like, I'm the Holy Son of God, or myself is ruler of the universe. And then suddenly, Lesson 252 comes along and introduces this deep shift. It implies there's an aspect of our identity, our true identity, that's still unknown to us right now.
It suggests that our current understanding, even when we're really feeling those earlier lessons, is still somehow limited.
It is a remarkable shift, isn't it? If you look back at the path the Course has taken us on, we've gone from making these declarations about who we are.
Right, actively claiming it.
To now, this prayer, we're actively asking for our identity to be shown to us. That signals a whole different level of understanding being introduced here, I think.
It feels like the Course has patiently built our confidence, really encouraged us to claim that divine nature, saying, yes, you are the Son of God.
Yeah.
And now it sort of gently says, okay, but your idea of what that means is still based on your limited perception.
Yeah.
It's quite humbling, actually.
Beautifully humbling is a good way to put it.
Yeah.
Especially that line, our self is holy beyond all the thoughts of holiness of which I now conceive. There's almost a touch of humor in that, suggesting that even our highest, most spiritual concepts about holiness, they still fall short of the reality. Our best guesses are just that. Guesses.
I find a strange kind of relief in that admission, because sometimes standing there trying to affirm I am holy when I'm feeling, frankly, a bit of a mess.
I've all been there.
Right. It can feel like a stretch. Our usual ideas of holiness are often tied to being good or pure or looking spiritually advanced.
Exactly. Those worldly concepts, being perfectly calm all the time, always peaceful, having it all figured out. This lesson just sweeps those aside.
It says the true holiness of the self completely transcends all those human ideas. It's just a different order of reality altogether.
And this really highlights that key distinction in the Course, doesn't it? Between learning through our experiences and intellect, what it calls perception, and the direct, unmediated knowing from God revelation, which is what this lesson is actually asking for. We're asking for something that bypasses our usual ways of processing.
And what's so striking is how the description lacks any real human reference points. It talks about a purity far more brilliant than is any light we've ever seen.
Right. How do you even imagine that?
Or a love that holds all things within it. Our senses, our minds, they just don't have the tools to properly grasp that. It points towards a knowing beyond sensory input.
We just don't have an earthly comparison. And then you get that incredible paradox near the end of the first paragraph. Our self is far beyond this world, and yet how near to me and close to God, it's both things at once.
That phrase always hits me. It's not saying our true self is some far-off goal we have to struggle towards.
No.
It implies it's right here, the absolute core of us, just currently hidden from our everyday awareness. a truth waiting to be seen.
And notice the wording in the prayer, too. Heaven is restored to me, not given or found or achieved, but restored.
That's such a crucial word.
It's just heaven was always ours, our natural state, just obscured, not something we lost and need to rebuild.
Which fits perfectly with the Course's consistent teaching, right? That we've only forgotten who we are. We haven't actually lost anything real. Heaven isn't a place to get to. It's our inherent condition, just temporarily blocked by our own thoughts.
And that connects to the description of the self's love, holding all things in the calm of quiet certainty. It's not an anxious certainty, is it? Not forced.
No, it's deep, peaceful, unwavering, a quiet knowing.
Then it contrasts the self's strength with burning impulses which move the world. That phrase is so evocative.
It really captures that frantic, effortful energy that drives so much of what we do in the world, all that striving.
Yeah, the endless activity. And it contrasts that with strength coming from the boundless love of God himself. This love just is.
It doesn't change based on how well we think we're doing spiritually or what's happening in our lives. It's constant, a boundless source.
Now, this does bring up one of those metaphysical puzzles students sometimes wrestle with. If our identity is truly unchanging and God's knowledge of us is constant, then how does revelation actually happen? How does something new enter our awareness without implying ourselves changed?
That's a deep one. The Course assures us revelation is real. It's direct communication. But the mechanics of how eternal truth breaks into our time-bound experience, it can feel a bit mysterious.
You wonder how that perfect, non-dual knowing translates into our human awareness without somehow violating the core idea that our self is already perfect and complete. It seems more like a recognition than a change.
And practically speaking, this is where we can struggle, right?
Yeah.
How do we tell the difference between a genuine spiritual insight and, maybe just wishful thinking?
Yeah.
The lesson asks for something far more brilliant than is any light. But if we've never seen that light, how do we recognize it?
The Course does give clues elsewhere. Revelation brings certainty. It's always loving. It aligns with its principles. But when you're asking for something beyond your current framework,
you're kind of admitting you don't fully have the measuring stick yet to evaluate what you receive.
It can feel like the ultimate catch-22, almost. You need the revelation to truly have the framework to recognize the revelation without doubt.
It's about opening to a knowing that comes before our usual ways of knowing.
And this whole lesson really turns the typical spiritual approach on its head, doesn't it? That idea of inner work leading to achievement. The prayer isn't, help me become holy. It's a straight-up request. Show me the holiness that already is.
It's not about self-improvement in that usual sense. It's about pure recognition. And for many of us, that can feel really counterintuitive because we're so trained to think effort equals progress on the spiritual path.
It hammers home that doing versus being shift again. And look at the source of strength, not those burning impulses,
Right.
but the boundless love of God. True power here isn't from our will or effort or techniques.
It comes directly from connecting to that divine love that's always there.
Yeah.
Unwavering.
So for those of you listening who've been with the Course for a while, this lesson can be quite humbling. You might intellectually grasp, I am the Holy Son of God, but then this lesson comes along.
It makes you realize that even your deepest knowing is still seen through a limited lens. It's incomplete.
It really highlights that gap we often feel between knowing something intellectually and truly living it, experiencing it undeniably.
And instead of giving us another technique to bridge that gap, this lesson says, just ask for help. Stop trying to do it all on your own. Invite the revelation.
So unlike many lessons where we might talk about specific ways to apply it actively, this one promotes a different stance entirely. It's about surrender, not technique.
It feels right. The real application here happens the moment you notice yourself striving too hard spiritually. Like when you think, okay, how can I use this lesson to get better at being holy? That thought itself is the cue. This lesson is for that moment.
That's exactly when it's most relevant. When Course study starts feeling like another self-improvement project with targets and results.
Or maybe when you hit that feeling of spiritual burnout from trying to maintain some image or piling up practices, measuring your progress.
Oh, definitely. Getting frustrated because you don't feel as enlightened as you think you should by now.
This lesson is so key during those spiritual dry spells, too. And the concepts feel flat or distant, and the immediate temptation is just to try harder, push more.
Instead of more effort, it invites offering the prayer. Father, you know my true identity. Reveal it now to me. Not as a way to force something, but as a genuine admission. I can't make this happen myself. It's an opening up.
Which might initially feel like giving up, but it's actually stepping into a whole different way of being. It's moving from spiritual achievement to spiritual receptivity.
So the practical exercise that flows from this is wonderfully simple. Step 1, just pause and notice. When you catch yourself in any kind of identity struggle, feeling unworthy, trying to prove something, even working hard to be more spiritual, just pause.
Step 2, gently repeat the idea. Offer that prayer. Father, you know my true identity. Reveal it now to me, who am your son, that I may waken to the truth in you and know that heaven is restored to me.
And step 3 is crucial. Acknowledge how you feel. The key is genuine surrender in that moment. You're not trying to manipulate your state of mind or fix your feelings.
You're fixing.
Just being present with the request.
Step 4, ask the Holy Spirit for help. You're simply acknowledging, I don't actually know how to recognize my true self fully yet. And you're asking for help from the only source that does.
Step 5, just rest a moment. And notice, you're not asking for circumstances to change or problems to be solved right now. You're asking for the recognition of who you are beyond all circumstances, beyond all problems.
And that recognition, that remembering, is what ultimately shifts everything else. Because it's about seeing the truth that's already there, underneath it all, remembering your wholeness.
So, summing up our exploration today, this lesson is like the Course saying, even your highest understanding of your divine self, it's still just a pointer. The reality is far grander.
It marks that huge shift from spiritual doing and striving to spiritual receiving, moving from trying to become holy to simply allowing the recognition of the holiness that's already complete within you.
And it holds that amazing paradox. Our true identity is beyond anything we can think or achieve.
Yet it's the absolute core of who we are.
And that paradox, the Course suggests, only really resolves through direct revelation.
So by asking for that direct help, we consciously step out of the self-improvement treadmill. We step into recognizing that our holiness is perfect, present, just waiting for us to kind of get out of the way and let ourselves see it. Thank you so much for joining us for this exploration today.
Truly, to all of you engaging with these lessons day by day, we just want to send you our sincere appreciation and cheer. Your journey is really something special.
Maybe a final thought to carry with you today. How does this lesson encourage you to let go of control? To simply be open to a truth that the Course says is already yours? What does surrendering to revelation mean for you right now?
We look forward to exploring tomorrow's lesson with you.